So in this video I'm coming to do top to down analysis. It's been a while since I did a top to down analysis regarding the way I trade. So and then we'll talk about how to go about the trading the market within the week that is coming, in terms of the trade ideas that we are going to be generating in this video. So first, for what I do, I call it the top to down analysis, in terms of analyzing what is happening on the higher time frame. Then I go down the lower time frame as to how to capitalize on opportunities and then trade. So for GJ, you can clearly see that we have been in this strong bullish trend, very strong bullish trend. And let's see. So here on the weekly, we can clearly see that we have here our order block, supply order block here that the market has traded all the way into, and we have some more projections when the market traded into our supply order block on the weekly. So that is all what I can see on the weekly, that we are on a strong bullish trend. And for this week from 14th of 7th April 2025 to now, we've been bullish. So we go on to the daily time frame. So onto the daily time frame, that is where we are going to be refining our supply order block to make it relevant. So as we go down, we'll be fine-tuning the order block to see the levels that are available in there. So clearly we can see clearly here that we have here our supply, daily supply, and so here we have our daily supply here. So clearly for this, we can also click see when the market traded bullish at the beginning of the week, it went straight into our daily supply order block and then traded back down. So what is likely to happen? So now for whatever that has happened here, I don't care about it, but I'm caring more about what has just happened in recent months. So in recent months, we've clearly seen that the market has been. So now let's try to understand the structure of the market. So this is how I'm going to be breaking down the structure. So the daily time frame we have here so the market was in a bearish trend, and then here will be my market shift. Clearly market shift. After the market shift, pull back, then we get our break of structure. Break of structure. BOS, and then we continue to have our break of structure. This I don't consider as a break of structure, but more of an eyeballs, but so I'm not going to be break of structure here. Bullish break of structure. Then we have here eyeballs, internal break of structure. Then we go again, break of structure. Then it continues. So here the market again never really comes down. So clearly here too we have something on break of structure here. So here the market sweeps liquidity at these levels here. Sweeps liquidity here. Goes down, and then now we get this, and then now the last break of structure. So with these break of structures that has been happening, it gives me the idea that the market is trading in a bullish trend. So clearly, but in this bullish trend, there will be chances for us to be selling, which you can see in my previous videos. I generate ideas for both bullish and then bearish trades. So now this is where we find the market now. We are where we are now. On the daily time frame, for here, what I can see is, okay, for one, we have this hold on, we have this demand order block here, daily demand order block here. So that is it for the daily. And in terms of structure, so now I know that here also is my 4-hour strong, daily strong, and then here is my daily week, to also kind of like put the structure in place to be able to trap the market, to understand where the market finds itself. So for this daily strong, I know that whenever the market, so for daily strong, I know that we are in a bullish trend. As the market is coming down, it is definitely trading bearish to these levels. So when it comes here, I know that definitely we are going to be buying strongly when the market is to find itself around somewhere here. But if these levels is to break, retraces, then there is a follow through, then I know that okay, well, this strong bullish trend that we were having has now changed all the way for us to be thinking sells for the long term. But for now, for these ranges that we have, as simple as that, the market is trading within this range, coming from a daily week, and then we have this 4-hour or the daily supply order block here that is facilitating this bearish trend, this bearish movement that we are seeing here on the daily. So that is all that we can do on the daily time frame. So now we go down onto the 4-hour time frame. So on the 4-hour, this is where we are going to start asking the relevant questions. Okay, we now have our break of structure. The market has traded bullish all the way to these levels here, and now it's coming back down. So what has happened? So you realize that on the 4-hour, as this market was going up, there were some retracements. So these retracements are pitch stops, whereby the market stopped for a while before going. And now we can clearly see that okay, so now I'll call here my eyeballs. So internal break of structure. So these are internal structures on the lower time frame that had formed. So this will be my eyeballs, internal break of structure. Here to be my eyeballs, internal break of structure. So clearly now my mind is in sync that okay, well, the market has traded bearish all the way to break below this last internal break of structure, clearly giving me the clue that coming this week the market is likely to do, or the market is likely to trade or to continue trading bearish, because the last internal break of structure has been broken. So that is where here I'm going to be having my internal market shift. So the internal market shift that now we are having. So now what is likely to happen? So the market moves in a certain way whereby it will move, generate some form of liquidity, and continues. So this is where we have the range, mitigation, pullback, and continuation. So this is where, so here on the 4-hour too, let's draw our levels here. So in between here we have our supply order block here. So just as we did for the daily, we are doing for the 4-hour too, supply order block. Now we are going. So here on the 4-hour, that is all I can see. We have our internal market shift. Market has broken the last internal structure, internal market shift. So now we can think of a pullback to these levels here. So on the 1-hour, what can we see here? So the 1-hour, we can see that the market is trading to a demand order block, which can be found on the 1-hour time frame here. So for here, this is where we can start generating our trade ideas in terms of what is likely to happen next week. So I've spoken to these levels here. So now this is where, watch the video keenly, understand everything that I've done from the top, weekly to the daily to the 4-hour. Now I'm coming to be generating the ideas as to how I'm going to be generating my trades as to what I want to see before happening. So the market clearly finds itself around the price of 201.899. So the market is likely to trade. So I'm not a market maker, but I'm just trying to foresee what is likely to happen, so that come at market open, when price is doing what it is doing, I know how to trade the market to also generate some form of profit for my own self. So from these levels here, the market is likely to continue to trade bearish. So the bearish that is going to be trading, we are likely to see price. So if this if the market it fails to break this resistance, this 1 hour demand order block that we can find here between the price level of 201.8 20 to the level of 201.200. If this supply demand order block is to hold and price fails to break below it, and it does something like this, comes back and then comes here, we can see, or we are likely to see, the price of GBP JPY trading all the way to these levels here. So this is what I can see. So with this one that I'm saying here, so let's go on to the 15 minutes. So on the 15 minutes, so this is where we will likely see. Let me clean all these things. These are pissed off that I drew some time ago. So this is what I've drawn so far. So at market open, the market can decide to continue to trade bearish. When we see something like this, trades bearish, sweeps liquidity below this demand order block, trades back, and then now pulls back down again. Then when it does that, so basically what I've seen on the in terms of it, trading bearish, I want to see the same thing happen here. Price shift liquidity below here, pulls back, comes down, some form of internal market shift, or like let me see some form of, I have my way of entering my trades. But from these levels here, the market is likely to trade bullish from these levels here all the way to the price of 204.000. So from these levels here, I don't know how it's going to be, but from these levels here, from this 1 hour demand order block, we are likely to have our first trade. So this can be our trade idea number 1. But having said that, I also know that there is some small concern here. Before the market can go all the way to trade all the way here, there is a slight concern over here. You see this bad boy over here, this bad boy over here, because for one, we can see that there is a change in order flow internally. That price is ready to trade bearish. So this bad boy over here, the market is likely to trade. Yes, it goes down, that's what it will do. Trades here, we enter here for buys. This bad boy here is likely to push price down. And when that happens, so meaning that if you are to enter any form of buys here, we should be careful when price gets to these levels here, these levels here, these levels here. Yes. So this is my trade idea number 1, but this is the concern. So I'll come to the trade idea number 2. And for that same level that we are going to be buying here, instead of also, price has the potential to trade all the way to these levels here. But once again, just as on the 1 hour there is a concern, on the 15 minutes too, there's also a concern. Here, the market is also likely to also trade all the way to this 15 minutes supply order block also here. So meaning that when we enter the buys here, when price gets here, we should be careful, as from here the market can come down or can decide to trade past these levels here and go all the way here before we can see sales come in. So meaning that either this level or this level here, price can just come there and then decide to trade bearish. I'm not a market maker. I'm just trying to trade as and when the market gives me opportunities, and I'm trying to premeditate to understand what is likely to happen, and that is what I'm sharing here on my channel. So when you trade this way, for me, for one, it helps with my psychology, as I always say, and it makes me patient, because I've predetermined what can happen it happens that way, I'm ready to enter and I'm without thinking about it. So despite I'm looking to enter trades here to take my TP all the way here, I have these stops here that will, I know that there are concerns here that when price gets here, price is likely to go down. And these stops here will also be generating some trade ideas that I'm going to be giving. So this is for trade idea number 1. But these two are the concerns for this trade that we should pay attention to if we are to enter this trade. So that is it for trade idea number 1. So let's take a screenshot of this. So trade idea number 1. So we are done with trade idea number 1. So now let's deal with trade idea number 2. So once again, demand order block. Price is coming here. So price can also do this. It can also decide to trade bearish, sweep liquidity below here. Decide to, yes, we enter here, if we traces, then price can go all the way to also form of sweep to kind of like you know for here we also have a break of, we also have a structure here on a lower time frame structure in terms of the 15 minutes. So the market can from this level here change its hands in terms of internally trade bullish all the way to this level here, as I'm saying, but then price will then go trading beyond these levels here, cause some form of internal market shift. Here, or some people will call it change of character. Internal market shift. Where are you? Internal market shift. And for when this happens, what do you want to see? For every internal market shift, I've been saying on my channel that we wait for what? A pullback. So there can be a pullback to some form of I don't know, it can be it can be some form of demand order block or something. So price has gone traded above it, demand order block below here. Before we will see price from these levels here trading bullish all the way to these levels here. So this is trade idea number 2. The market can decide to trade this way too. Bullish with traces, then we enter here for buys from these levels here all the way to this level here. So for one, if I don't enter, if price market opens, I don't get a chance to, because there are times that I want to be entering my trade, I don't get a chance to enter any trade around here. But this happened, fine, fair enough. I wait for the retracement and then I enter here. Or perhaps clearly I'm seeing once again a change of order flow.